Who was the killer last time, Morrow? Was it the Fox girl? No, it was not. The killer last time was the Joker-looking motherfucker. I think I told you that. It was the dude in the purple suit who kept changing his hair color. I don't know if you were there when I was doing that guy's voice, but I told you from the beginning of the trial, we already knew who it was the whole time. We were just waiting to get him on the stand so we could, you know, bring him out to light to being the killer. Because in the last trial, it showed, or the last case when we started up the whole chapter, it showed the kill happen at the beginning of the chapter. So we knew who it was. We just had to make it happen, like get there. We just had to get there. This one's a little different because we don't know who it is. My immediate suspect is only based on personalities, based on who we've, you know, what I think is going to happen. I don't know for sure, and I also don't know who else might be helping him cover it up. But yeah, I only guess that guy because he's too fucking creepy to not be the killer. It'd be so weird if he wasn't. And if he's not the killer in this case, he's definitely not a good guy, and we'll definitely have to take him down later, which is also possible. It could just be building him up as a later character to take down. That's happened before as well in other Ace Attorney games. Anyway, I'm still confused as to why they showed who killed him in the last case. They showed him because it was like the first real case of the game, Omega. I would say they showed him for our purposes as the player. So we already knew who it was, but we had to get, you know, Apollo and Athena to learn how, like, so we get there. This is not the first time that's happened in an Ace Attorney game. I would say every Ace Attorney game actually has at least one case near the beginning, whether it's the first or second case or both the first two cases, where it actually shows the face of who does the kill. It actually shows it. So you really just have to get there. It's more about learning how to navigate through the evidence and learning the new gameplay aspects of this game. That's what the first couple cases are about. But remember, this game has 5 cases and a DLC case. So we still have 3, 4, 5, and DLC. Also, there wasn't that many suspects anyway. Well, true, DJ. True. But still, showing me who killed him in the second case, you know, and then having only like 3 or 4 possibilities. What it was like the mayor, his daughter, the caretaker guy, or the thief guy Filch, and the purple guy who did it, right? So there was 4 choices really of who could have done it in the last case. But telling me who it was right away from the opening pretty much took away any suspense of who the killer was. It's just a matter of how to get there. This one is more back to suspense of who did it, because we don't know who did it. But we could, you know, throw speculations out there based on who we have as a possibility. Because at this point, how many people do we have right now that we can suspect as possible suspects? We have Juniper. I would say potentially both of the students, the other 2, you know, lawyer kids, the prosecutor and the defense guy, you know, Newman and O'Connor both. The principal, I already said he's a possibility. And I guess you can throw in the box girl as a possibility since she's a new character. So we have 5 characters so far in this chapter, this episode 3, that, you know, could all potentially be the killer. Obviously, we don't think it's Juniper because it's our main, you know, person we're defending. But the other 4 are all real suspects. And I guess that's what happened with the last trial too, the last case. As there was only 2 real suspects, because we knew it wasn't going to be the mayor or his daughter. We just knew that because we were defending the mayor and the daughter was too innocent. So this one has at least 4 suspects that could possibly be it so far. Anyways, let's get on with the trial, shall we? To be fair, the last killer was the second you meet him, he's clearly the killer. That's true. That's true. I think this one's going to be a little more discreet about it, even though I still think it's going to be the principal guy because he's so fucking creepy. And he obviously has a philosophy that is not very good. Not on the side of justice. But alright, anyway, let's do this. Trial, part 1, here we go. October 25th, 9:47 a.m. District Court. Defendant lobby, number 3. My butterflies have butterflies in their stomach. So, what's it like to have your very own case for the first time? My heart hasn't raced this fast since I ran that full marathon last year. If it keeps up, you might get a lawyer's high. You know, like a runner's high. Relax, everyone. Relax. Everyone's nervous their first time. Oh, look who was also here.
Some of my fears weren't unfounded. After all, today's prosecutor is so terribly brutal. I'm willing to use any means necessary to use it with a conviction.
There's that and justify the means concept again.
Now let us come to this. We have no choice but to fight fire with fire. The end justifies the means.
I wish he'd stop saying that. That's your method, Professor. I'm going to defend Juniper in my own way.
But, besides, just yesterday you told me. Master Lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else?
That's an easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients.
But if this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain?
That fucking smile, man, it's so creepy. Wait, why does this guy look like a Greek statue? His name is Aristotle? Oh, yeah, his name's Aristotle Means. Yeah, that's his first name is Aristotle. Yeah, that's why they made him look like a weird-ass statue. The face on his badge. Oh, my God. I don't know if I really, like, caught that it was a face on there, but that's totally fucking creepy. Fucking weird-ass looking badge. Anyway. Well, I'll just have to make sure that doesn't happen then, won't I?
My, but aren't you a stubborn one? Well, I suppose you'll have to learn of your own inefficacy the hard way.
Forgive me, Professor Means, but can we just leave it at that?
Oh dear, please forgive me. It's just I wish to protect Juniper by any means I can.
I do too, but...
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Thanks to him, I'm feeling even more pressure than before. Don't let it get to you, Athena. And don't forget to keep smiling. I'll be fine, and I haven't forgotten what Mr. Wright said. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. Trial's about to begin. I'll show you to the courtroom if you please. Thanks, bailiff. Apollo, I'm counting on you to support Athena at this time. I'm counting on you to support Athena this time. I can't really read right now. Apparently my reading for a reading game is pretty terrible today. Okay, Mr. Wright, leave it to me. That's right, I have Apollo to back me up. Junie's fate rests in my hands. I won't rest until she walks free. Okay, so with that last case, I was like mistaken with the whole thing because they made it seem like that was Athena's first case, but this is Athena's first actual case. The first case of the second case of the game, but the last case that we did, the one with the whole, you know, Phoenix versus the bird guy thing, that was Athena's first case with Apollo, but this is her first actual case, and it still happens before the case that we just did in, you know, chapter 1. That's where I was a little messed up on the timeline, but now this makes, like, timeline-wise, this is starting to make more sense. It's just weird that Juniper was the person we defended in the first case, and we also had to defend her in this case, so it's like Athena had to defend her 2 times in a row very quickly. So crazy. Alright, well anyway, on with the trial. October 25th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4. Here we go, baby. Day 1. Court is now in session. All rise! Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods. Part 1. She's basically gunning for Maya's record. I know, right? Wasn't Maya on trial for murder like every single video game that she was in? First game, she was on trial for murdering her sister. The second game, I want to say she was on trial for murdering somebody. And I know the third game, she was definitely on trial. Like, the last case of the entire first trilogy is a huge one with Maya. I'm trying to remember if the second game she was accused of anything. No, I think the second game is the one where she gets kidnapped, right? Isn't that the second one where she gets kidnapped? So she doesn't... I don't think she gets accused of murder in the second one. She just gets kidnapped in the second one. Maya goes through a lot. Anyway. Now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods. Athena Sykes, the defense team leader, is ready, Your Honor.
That didn't sound very confident. You sure you're okay?
In the third game, she technically wasn't the one on trial. In the second game, she was, and also kidnapped. Wait, she wasn't? She was on trial in the second game? Which case was she on trial for in the second game? I thought that was the third game where she got on trial because that whole, like, the waterfall training thing that happened. Wasn't that in the third game? That was in the third game, right? Oh, the fake channel spirit channeling thing was in the second game. Right. I forgot Maya was accused of that one. Right. Okay. But I swear in the third game, or maybe we just thought Maya was dead. Yeah, that second game, she went through a lot. I agree. I'm trying to remember the third game was like the last case. I thought she was accused of murder in that last one. But maybe we thought she was dead in the last one. Like they were locked inside the chamber or whatever, and we had to see if they were alive at the end. I think I remember that. I have to go back and look. It's been a while since I remember like the third game. Okay, so she was accused, but she was never on the stand in the third game. But she was also believed that she was dead. Right. That's what I remember. I feel like I remember her being accused of murder in the third one, but I also remember the ending where she was like locked up and we couldn't tell she was alive or dead. I remember that too. All right. Anyway, back to this case. Sorry, we're getting sidetracked about Maya just because I wanted to try to recap or remember things. It's been a few years since I played those. A few, indeed. Anyway. In fact, I think as of playing this game, it's been 10 years since I played Justice for All. So, it's been a while. Anyway. Anyway, that didn't sound very calm. You okay? I'll be fine. And of course, we're against this douchebag again. Here we go. I know, here, you're wanting to watch this trial and you're derailing it, Berserker. Thanks! It's okay, I asked the question. Thank you for answering regardless. Anyway, your boldness.
I know. As usual, you want me to deliver the opening statement. Ah!
This case is crystal clear. I see no need to explicate it any further. Now, summon the witness. Wow. Just right to it, huh? We're not even going to summarize things? Is there something the matter? Please do share your boldness.
Whatever gave you that idea? Bailiff, please call our first witness.
Wow. And now we don't even get an opening statement? Ugh. Wow. We're not wasting any time, are we? It's alright. Maybe this guy will summarize everything nicely for us. Detective Fulbright, he and the prosecutor Blackwell have become quite the team.
Oh, right. The case brief. Leave it to me. Yes, let the detective in charge... Let the detective in charge, everyone's favorite friend of justice, explain. Sorry, he had to put a fucking descriptor of himself in the middle there. My bad. I was confused on how that sentence was structured, but we're good. What was that just now? It's like he and Blackwell are totally in sync. I'm going to use Apollo. I'm going to have be my regular voice for Apollo during the trial. Since he's not even our lawyer here, regular voice for him during this trial. Like he's our backup in this case. Phoenix, and if Phoenix isn't going to be on the stand, then I'm just going to do regular voice for Apollo during the trial. That's fine. Well, I don't think they're capable of mind melding, if that's what you're thinking. Maybe they fusion, you know, like Dragon Ball style. All right, Detective Fulbright, would you please explain the case to the court? Professor Court's body was discovered on October 24th at approximately 2:30 p.m. She was murdered with this awl I have here. The victim's blood and the defendant's prints were both discovered on it. All added to the court record.
Hell yeah. Eek! Wow.
Court autopsy report added to the court record.
Apparently he delivered the autopsy for us. Thanks, buddy. 6 and 8 p.m. is when she died, huh? Blood loss from a deep stab movement in the victim's side. Okay, fair enough. And yes, I'm trying to save my voice a little bit, Omega, by making Apollo's voice normal for a minute, you know? Wow, that bird can deliver evidence, too. Blackwell's trained him well. Maybe Blackwell should train it to not mess up people's hair while he's at it?
Moving right along. The body was discovered on the outdoor stage, although no blood was found there. However, we detected traces of a massive amount of blood in the third-floor art room. In short, the murder took place in the art room. So then, the body had been moved from the art room to the stage. Precisely, and there is one more piece of irrefutable evidence. A recording made by a tape recorder that a school paper reporter hid in the art room. It captured a female voice screaming, "You're a goner!" What's this? You have such a recording?
Oh my god. You're a goner? You're a goner! Must be from that tape recorder Miriam mentioned. Why is this the first we've heard of a death threat at the moment of the murder?
Shh! Silence, please! I would like to play the tape for you now.
Okay, here we go. You're a goner! That's it? That's it. Why is that the only thing we hear?
It is quite hard to hear.
But the voice does sound female.
Tape recorder, add to the report record.
Used by Miriam to secretly record a conversation in an art room. Woman can be heard shouting, "You're a goner." Okay.
The noise and low volume of the voice have made voice print analysis all but impossible.
Then you haven't... Oh, this is Judge talking, sorry.
Then you haven't identified the voice as belonging to the defendant. Not so fast. After all, voice print analysis isn't everything.
Oh boy.
The victim was killed at night, then discovered in the afternoon the next day. The question is, when was the body moved? Oh, I know. It could have been moved in the middle of the night when no one was around. Sorry, but no. The campus was full of students that morning. However, no one reported seeing a body. That means the body was moved sometime before the mock trial when all the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall and the rest of the campus was empty. It was during this time Hugh O'Connor, one of the mock trial participants, found the body.
So the question, or the prosecution... why can't I read this morning? Jesus Christ. So the prosecution heard about Hugh seeing the body.
Wait one moment. If all of the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall, then there wouldn't have been anyone who could have moved the body. Ha ha ha! Have no fear, for there is always an exception. An exception? The 3 mock trial participants were standing by in individual dressing rooms. They were the only ones who had free access to the deserted campus before the mock trial. What? Then that would mean... What would that mean?
Oh my god, sir.
Those 3 students were the only ones who could have moved the body. In justice we trust.
I don't like where this is headed, Athena. Me neither.
And by those 3, I mean... Hugh O'Connor, Robin Newman, and Juniper Woods.
I knew it. Please, Detective Fulbright, don't say what I think you're about to say.
In justice we trust. I take it everyone understands now. The voice believed to be that of the murderer was female. She's the only female of the 3. And out of the 3 people who could have moved the body, just 1 was a girl. Our logic is irrefutable. Immaculate. That leaves the defendant Juniper Woods as the only possibility.
No! It's alright. There's already some bullshit going on here. I already know. The first thing is the body was not moved overnight. It was not moved before the trial, at least not right before the trial in that one window. The body could have been moved at any moment in time. And I already know. We already know that. You know why I know that? Because remember how we found the body? It was very obvious that the body was strung up, hanging there, and then somebody cut it down or something like that. But anyway, we'll get there when we get there. But we already know that the body could have been moved at any point in time after she died. So fuck all that madness. Anyway, impressive. He has you on the ropes even before any cross-examinations. You could at least pretend to be upset for me.
A splendid job, Fulbright.
That could not be any clearer. Feel free to anticipate a salary raise next month.
Ha 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 ha! I don't do this for the money. It's all about justice. In justice we trust.
Okay.
Huh. Not only a half-wit, but a perennial stick in the mud you are.
I guess neither the carrot nor the stick works on Detective Fulbright.
Now, bailiff, please bring our next witness to the stand.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Now we get to start poking holes and stuff. Here we go. And yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with the strength to move the body, Omega. We already have heard that the body got moved using a basketball cart and all that bullshit. So, I'm not too worried about any of, like, the details of how she could have moved the body. It's more about the fact that she didn't do it. Or, I shouldn't say she didn't do it. She's not the only one who could have done it because of the window when it happened. I already have details for that being the case, that more people could have possibly been potentially been able to move the body. But anyway, we're starting with this Beezy, huh? Do I want to keep doing this whisper voice for her? I mean, I think it works well when she's doing her little laugh, but like, other than that, I almost feel like I want to do like the
Hey, so this guy's gonna talk with like a mouth cover, like I have a thing over my mouth, you know?
So, our first witness is a cardboard box.
like,
Cool!
you know, like start having her mouth covered when she's doing that shit.
Stealth mode deactivated.
Oh my, the box has hands.
Small, your honors.
I think it seems better with the box cover thing on it, you know?
What the dickens? I've just had my picture taken.
Man, Scuttlebutt, senior at the Legal Academy. I'm a reporter on the judge course.
Like, I'll do my girl voice, but I'll keep it muffled. I think that works, right? I think it works.
Juniper's been a bad, bad girl. I'll tell you all about her crimes.
Might I ask whether you could come out of that box?
How will I get any more scoops if I blow my cover? So the answer is no. After all, covert action is an undercover reporter's bread and butter.
I think that works out well. I'm glad you like it, Berserker. I think I'm going to stick to it. I like doing it better anyways. The whisper actually hurts my voice. When you have to force yourself to whisper, it's harder on your voice. Arrest this heartless for causing a disturbance. I know, right? Ruining everything. Anyway.
But testimony from a faceless witness is highly irregular.
Oh, yeah? One time we crossed testimony to Parrot, so it's okay, I think. We even crossed testimony to a guy who was talking on a speaker like a fucking walkie-talkie one time, so I think it'll be fine. Anyway, a former ninja I met in the clink said that exposing those who work in the shadows is to pass the death sentence upon them.
Oh my, I never thought of it that way. Very well, if it would spare a life, I'll make a special exception this time.
A former ninja in prison? Holy Shinto, how can the judge believe this load of crock? Sir, she's already proved herself to be a liar, sir. Anyway.
Now your testimony, please, but take care not to reveal your face.
Take care not to? What if she accidentally does? Does it matter? Anyway, fuck this girl. We're going to poke holes in her crap immediately. She's a straight-up liar. The similarity of the case and the script. Here we go.
The murder happened exactly like Juniper's mock trial script. Up until the mock trial began, only Professor Court and Juniper knew the script's content. But Professor Court's sudden decision not to use the script sparked Juniper's murderous rage. Juniper has to be the killer. She has a motive and the murder is just like her script.
Okay.
The murder is just like her script. Could such a thing be true?
Compare her script with the murder case and the crime scene photos, and then you'll see.
This is so simple, even an ape posing as a decrepit old judge can understand. Only the victim and the defendant were privy to the script, ergo, the defendant is the killer. Furthermore, in the art room, where the crime supposedly occurred, this witness's script. along with an envelope on which "use" was written, were found.
Oh, okay.
This proves that the accused scripts had been rejected the day before the mock trial. She pressed the victim to use her script, and an argument ensued, and then the fatal stabbing.
That makes perfect sense. What now? Oh no, we're fucked. Sadly, you have to leave for work now, Berserker. All right, man. Well, sorry you had to leave right when we started the trial, but, you know, have a good day at work, and hopefully you'll catch the VOD later.
Prosecutor Blackwell has all his ducks lined up in a row. He's really on a roll now.
He's like a pit bull one once it sinks its teeth into you.
How dare she? My script had it all. Above rampant phony evidence, grudges and betrayals.
I trust the defense is ready to cross-examine the witness.
No problem. I mean, yes, I'm ready. I think. Time to find a hole in her testimony and unbox the truth. I've seen it done over and over. I know I could do this. Alright. Time to start pressing everything, bitch. I don't know the exact obvious thing that's wrong right away, but I'll have to double check the court record to read all the details again. But it probably has something to do with the script not being exact. Anyway, exactly like Juniper's script. Okay, let's start with that. There must be places where the script and this case diverge.
Caw. Don't sweat the details. That kind of stress will give you wrinkles.
Bitch, please. I'm not worried. My skin is as fair as silk.
Indeed, you are quite fair. Fairly desperate.
Oh wow. He's gonna make pun jokes, this guy? What did you just say? Black will really turn that one around on you. Whose side are you on? Hurry up and think of a clever comeback. Whoa, easy there, Athena.
Now, you listen to me. The two cases do indeed have their differences. For one, the stage hadn't yet been erected in the mock trial script. And in the actual case, there were signs indicating the victim's wrist had been bound.
Yeah, exactly.
But such differences pale in comparison to the host of similarities. In any event, replicating the crime without knowledge of the script is an impossibility.
Huh? Looks like I won't be passing this off as coincidence.
What a total burn. Try again, why don't you, pawn of woods?
Pawn of woods? Really? Anyway, up until the mock trial began, only Professor Cord and Juniper knew the scripts. Alright, press that one. That's another thing that's questionable. Are they the only two that really did know the script, or did somebody else get leaked on it? We don't really know if that's true yet or not, but we'll find out. Someone could have stolen a peek beforehand.
I don't think so. I mean, I tried any number of times.
Shame on you, Miriam.
But that crafty she-devil Juniper has eyes in the back of her head. What chance does your average person have in an undercover reporter can't like me failed?
Interesting point. Still. Miss Scuttlebutt, won't you get in trouble later for admitting to such underhanded tactics?
Why, I plead entrapment.
How is you blurting out your own crime entrapment?
Heck. But you haven't scooped me yet. They were all set to use Juniper's script.
Yeah, we know that already. Anyway. Yeah, there we go. Wait, sudden decision to not use her script? But she did use her scripts. She just re-amended it or whatever. How do you know that Professor Court wasn't going to use her script?
They're in the art room where the heinous crime took place. An envelope marked "Use" and Miriam Scuttlebutt's script were found. Evidently, the script that was going to be used belonged to the girl in the box over there.
It's only natural that my script would be accepted and hers rejected. I introduced all sorts of brand new concepts, including bribery and fake evidence. It was a cutting-edge script portraying a courtroom battle in the dark age of the law.
I can't help but feel Professor Court went out of her way not to use it.
But Juniper, she used some devious underhanded tactics to get her script chosen. That's why her script and not my masterpiece was used in the mock trial. How's that for an explanation?
How's that for some jealous bullshit? Anyway, that's a pretty strong box for her not to break while it was being punched. I know, right? Anyway, so the motive... Juniper has to be the killer. She has a motive, and the murder is just like her script. Okay, let's just present it then. Anyone who saw the mock trial could have recreated the crime. After they saw the mock trial, they could have easily staged the body just like the script. You're on the wrong track here, Athena. Because this all happened before the mock trial happened. So it's not possible.
Objection!
Yeah, here it comes.
Huh. Weary is the trial which pits Hawk against Canary.
Objection!
What did you just say? If he's so weary, he should try humping less. I bet that'd save some energy. This is no time for jokes, Apollo. He just called me a canary. Don't let him get to you. At least canaries pick up things quickly, just like you.
I shan't repeat myself, so listen carefully, Sykes Dono. Hugh O'Connor discovered the body before the mock trial even began. How could one stage the body as it is? It is in the script before anyone knew its contents.
Gah! That's right. I told you. See, that part wasn't going to work for us.
Do you even fathom the intricacies that go into staging a crime scene? No, I think not. You have the rudimentary mind of an elementary school child.
Elementary school? So I know you from where? Elementary school? I don't know you, man.
Reporter's testimony throws attorney Athena Sykes for a loop. The perfect caption.
How marvelous. A photo in the newspaper is just the thing to boost your brand.
A school paper? Seriously?
I believe you've pressed the witness more than enough, Ms. Sykes.
Oh, shit.
Huh. Now do you see how clear-cut my case is? Take it now, and in that fair, desperate mind of yours. Etch it deep so you may never forget.
No! No! Even my arguments get thrown back in my face. It wasn't supposed to be like this. What am I gonna do?
Athena.
You should just about have all the answers you're looking for. You've been looking for now. Huh? Think about it this way. If the killer knew the details of the mock trial, would they really commit the crime in the exact same way? I don't follow. Try to place yourself in the killer's shoes. I bet you'll discover an inconsistency if you do. Ah! I get it! Thanks, Apollo. Well, like, yeah, that's obvious. Like, we could say that, too. Like, that was just an obvious, like, piece of, like, it's just logic, right? Like, why would the killer follow the exact mock trial if they wrote it? That doesn't make any sense. All you're doing is implicating yourself in your own mock trial. Like, that's the dumbest shit ever. You would be only, like, you'd narrow down you as one of the only suspects possible. And if the only other person who knew was dead, why would you do that? Why would you set it up exactly the same if you wanted it to be you who got caught? Like, that's the dumbest shit ever. That would be the dumbest garbage I've ever seen in my life. You'd want it to be entirely different that had nothing to connect to you at all. So clearly, you'd do it that way. So somebody framing you makes more sense than you doing it to yourself. It's just dumb. It'd just be dumb as shit. Anyway, thanks, Apollo. Miss Scuttlebutt, just so we're clear, you're claiming that the killer intentionally made the crime scene look just as it was in the script? And that it's beyond the shadow of a doubt not a coincidence. Is that correct?
No duh. After all, it's just more evidence of Juniper's evil she-devil ways.
Objection!
Lies and slander? Objection?
What did I say? What did I say?
Our client made the crime scene look just like the script, something known only to her? That would be not just foolhardy, but completely irrational.
What do you mean?
Yes, Miss Sykes. Please tell this court what you mean by irrational.
It wouldn't make any sense for Junie to mimic her own script on purpose because it would make her the only culprit. Duh. The murder scene was the same as it was in the mock trial script. That in and of itself is irrational.
What's wrong with them being the same?
Yes, Miss Sykes. Care to explain what you mean?
Okay, let's say for argument's sake that Ms. Woods is the killer. If so, then what reason would she have to intentionally make the actual murder mimic her own script?
That's easy. She was admitting that she was the... Ah!
That's right. If she had really done that, It would have been like proclaiming to the world that she was the killer. Yes, this is literally what I was just bitching about. It's the same, like, why would you do that to yourself? That's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. So what we actually have here is evidence of someone trying to frame our client.
Oh, damn.
Her box almost came off of her head for a second there. The body was found the day of the mock trial. In short, the day the details were revealed. So it would be completely inconceivable for the murder to go exactly like the script.
Don't let it go to your head. Get to your head just yet.
Objection!
Oh, what are you going to say?
Huh. It would seem Justice Dono's comrades-in-arms have finally drawn her sword. However, the blade is dull, and it shall remain so until you master its use.
Enough with the stupid sword metaphors already.
There is a perfectly good reason for the inconsistency of which you speak.
Reason? What reason?
Must I spell out everything? Huh. You are what people today call high maintenance.
Damn. Blackwell's a dick.
The accused had intended to stop the mock trial, and in that event, nary a soul would have been the wiser to the similarities of the case in the script.
Objection!
That's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. Someone could have easily, like... It's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. I'm not even going to explain why. It's just dumbest shit ever. No, the mock trial was only stopped after the body was accidentally discovered.
Objection!
Huh. Our witness here had also discovered the body. In fact, she was led to our dearly departed professor by the accused herself.
What? Miss Scuttlebutt saw the body too?
Precisely. And with the discovery of the body, the mock trial ought to have been cancelled.
Wait, so you didn't call the police?
Nope, I kept it secret for my big scoop.
These fucking kids, man. This is the dumbest shit ever. You can't do that.
Huh. I made her pay long and hard penance for her sin. Did I not, my little box top?
Compared to the work of a war correspondent, the sheer terror of that was...
Ah! Jeez, I wonder what that twisted samurai did to her. Block off all the holes in her box? Ugh. And spin her like a top while Detective Fulbright cackled in delight? That sounds more nauseating than scary.
Enough jabbering. Witness, continue your testimony.
Sure, Mr. Samurai. I'm ready to finish off that she-devil.
Okay. Let's see what you got this time, bitch. What Scuttlebutt saw.
I stuck into Juniper's dressing room while everyone was in the lecture hall. Juniper had changed into her stage costume. I asked her, "What are you doing?" When suddenly she fled into the hallway, as if she wanted me to follow her. I followed her all the way to Professor Court's body. She led me right to it. I'm positive it was Juniper because she was wearing the costume that she had made.
Hold it!
What the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck is going on? Why did you withhold such key testimony?
Because I lied? Well, what's that supposed to mean?
Athena, you haven't even started your cross-examination. I know, but her testimony points to her as being a potential suspect. Well, I don't think Prosecutor Blackwell is... No, wait. I bet he's already thought of that. The witness left the lecture hall to sneak into Ms. Wood's room for the mock trial. That means she, too, could have moved the victim's body.
Kick!
The prosecution's claim no longer has any ground to stand on. Here comes some more bullshit. Help!
Now, no need to ruffle your own feathers so. Feathers so. When you squeak like a little brat, it agitates Taka. Do you want him to peck your eyes out?
I'm sorry, but every time you hear the name Scuttlebutt, you think of Ariel's bird friend. Oh, is that... Yeah, that is his name, huh? The bird from Little Mermaid. His name was Scuttlebutt. I forgot about that. No, thanks.
You listen here. The witness has a perfectly good alibi.
Oh yeah, I do. Around the estimated time of death, I was an undercover reporter class. It's right near my home.
What? Oh, she means like when the murder happened in the first place. Undercover reporter class?
The proverbial rug has been pulled from under you. The witness could not have been the killer.
The defense must look before leaping, or at least make sure the rug's secured to the floor.
Tried to warn you. Ooh.
Well, there ends the cross-examination. Let's allow the witness to step down.
Huh? No. Wait a minute.
The defense has no right to cross-examine the witness after that little spectacle. For whatever a man is sowing, this he will also reap.
Why can't he say you reap what you sow?
Very well. If the cross-examination is over, I suppose the witness may go home. Perhaps spend some time in her lovely box and recover from today's stressful events.
Don't you worry about me, Your Honor. There's no rest for the wicked, or journalists either. My third eye's always eyeing a scoop.
She's always eyeing a scoop? What?
Well, back to the trenches. Bye-bye.
Is she really they're just gonna let her go?
Hold it!
We're not gonna get a chance? Oh, here we go. Apollo's like, hell nah. Not so fast, Miss Scuttlebutt. Apollo? There's just one thing I'd like to ask. Did you take a picture of the victim's body? And if not, why not?
No, I didn't take one.
Well, that's strange. Why wouldn't you take a picture if you're always eyeing a scoop? Huh? Because you didn't see shit. Did you or didn't you really see the victim's body?
It's not like I, actually saw it, but...
What the devil?
Did you hear that, Your Honor? The witness didn't actually see the body. Got her. That completely overturns the prosecution's claim that the witness was led to it.
Justice Dono, you dare bear steel at me again?
Who's holding it now? Her?
Nice try, Boy Wonder. So what if I didn't see the body? The fact remains that Juniper led me there. Feast your eyes on this.
Oh god, she took a picture of something. What exactly am I looking at here?
It's a crucial moment forever frozen in time by my third eye. A photo clearly showing Juniper Woods.
That doesn't clearly show anybody. That clearly shows somebody in a fucking little red or little Blue Riding Hood fucking outfit, but not Juniper. Anyway.
Cop!
Why did you not tell me of this?
It's a shocking scoop. I was saving it for just the right moment.
This is some Lot of Heart bullshit right here. That's exactly what this is, if you remember Lot of Heart. She was all about, like, oh, I got pictures. I just didn't want to show them because I just thought they were cool and I didn't know they would be pertinent to the case. Like, fuck you. Lot of Heart was just as bad, man. Anyway.
And that would be now, right here in court. Surprise! Cop! What'd I do?
Why am I going country all of a sudden? Now I'm turning into a Lot of Heart. Sorry, I had to burp.
All the journalists keep their scoops secret until the right moment.
She's pretty brave hiding it from Blackwell like that. Or pretty stupid. Well, this is an unexpected turn. Athena, about this picture. See how it only shows the back of the subject? Ah, so then... Right. Who knows whether this photo shows Juniper in the first place?
Objection.
I mean, I agree.
Huh, a completely irrelevant point. What is relevant here is... there was someone who did try to lead the witness to the body. Take a gander at this, the route by which the accused escaped.
Okay.
The witness pursued the accused this way after she fled the dressing room.
Okay.
The accused descended to the first floor and exited the quad. Then what? Carton Cretin?
Then what? Carton Cretin? Carton Cretin? Carton Cretin? Carton Cretin? For all we know, that was Scuttlebutt taking a picture of herself. Nah, I don't think so. I think she took a picture of somebody in the cloak. It's just not Juniper. I think it looks like a dude, but we'll see when we look at the photo a little closer.
Then I tripped and I fell. Caught my knee on my own box.
She stayed under her box even while running after someone? Sounds difficult.
Recall that the body was already there, for Hugh O'Connor had already seen it. She was trying to show someone the body because she wanted to stop the mock trial.
Huh! That's dumb as shit. That's the dumbest shit ever. But if the facts have changed, that's all the more reason to cross-examine the witness.
The defense has a point here. Very well, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
Huh. It seems Justice Dono has saved your pretty little hide, Missy. For now, at least.
Whew. Guess I pulled that off somehow. Thanks, Apollo. You're a lifesaver.
Incidentally, my compliments to the witness for her very fine box.
That was the most triple face palm worthy line I ever read in my life. Who decides that this who decides that this translation with this joke, I mean the innuendo's obvious, right? Like they did that shit on purpose. There's no way that's an accident. My compliments to the witness for her very fine box. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. Okay, anyway.
It's Primo cardboard, lovingly selected from many among many. Cock!
Tell another lie or hide another fact from me, and I shall put it to the torch.
Cock! Cock! Please, anything but that.
I think it would be more eco-friendly to recycle it, but that's just me. All right, Miss Sykes, you may cross-examine the witness.
Fucking eco-friendly. That's what we're worried about now? Burning the fucking box. Alright, let's press everything. Here we go. What scuttlebutt saint? Alright, so she snuck into Juniper's resting room while everyone was in the lecture hall. You got it. Here we go. You said you snuck in, but why would you do something like that?
Because if I got a big scoop on Juniper, club membership would go through the roof. Right now, the newspaper club only has one member, me. The club's history once I'm gone. So the Themis Herald's brand recognition is a matter of life and death.
Her means may be questionable, but her motive is surprisingly sound.
Extra, extra! Students seeking the thrills and chills of expose journalism. Report to the club room. This has been a paid advertisement. Anyway, where was I?
Huh? Never took Miriam for such a go-getter. Alright. Trying to get people to join because she's so lonely. Anyway, she changed into her stage costume. I asked her, what are you doing? So, before I read this, but see, she said, what are you doing? But then, the person did not respond to her. They ran, and she followed. This is why I know it's not Juniper. It's somebody else who didn't want to give themselves away. You know what I mean? They didn't want to give themselves away. And you know what? The person who screamed, "You're a goner," was probably the dumbass in the box herself recording her own damn voice. I bet you right now. The voice we heard that said, "You're a goner," that screamed it in the fucking art room, was probably herself. And that's hilarious. And that's why you could barely hear it, because she was in the fucking box. I'm calling it now. I'm calling it now. Anyway, why would she change into that costume? The mock trial was about to begin.
How should I know? But if you don't believe me, take a look at this photo.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a dude right there. Absolutely.
I captured this critical moment like the gonzo journalistic pro that I am.
But this only shows the back of whoever was fleeing.
You expect me to shoot her face when she's running away from me?
I guess you're right, but this doesn't seem to be getting me anywhere.
At any rate, as this photo shows, Juniper was in her stage costume.
Uh-huh. There's no proof that it's Juniper, though. You have no proof that it's Juniper. You're just saying that it is because it's supposed to be her, but it's not. There's no proof that it is her. Jesus Christ. Anyway, she fled to the hallway, wanting me to follow her. Here we go.
That doesn't mean...
Oh, sorry, this is not her talking. That doesn't mean you had to chase her. Sorry.
Call it a journalist instinct. I see something fishy. I go after it.
But you never did catch up to her, did you?
A true undercover journalist gets up and dusts herself off when she stumbles.
That reminds me. Didn't you fall during the chase? When you tripped on your box?
A true undercover journalist is always ready to stumble over a great story.
Sure are a lot of holes in your story. Or is it that just that scuttlebutt brand of journalism?
A true undercover journalist always prevails against their adversaries.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Anyway, followed her all the way to Professor Quart's body. She led me right to it. What would our client have to gain from leading you there?
The accused had employed her self-penned script as a manual for a murder. Ergo, she had to stop the mock trial before the script's details became public. And that accounts for her desperate attempt to lead our carton cretin here to the body.
I like that he calls her the carton cretin. But as we all know, Miss Scuttlebutt didn't alert the authorities. And as a result, the mock trial began as scheduled.
Objection!
The issue here is not whether it was in fact halted. The fact remains that the accused was trying to lead the witness to the body. Does that not show clear intent to halt the mock trial?
It does, but here's my question. Trying to halt the mock trial, why would she want to halt it? Anyway.
I'm positive it was Juniper because she was wearing that costume.
Oh, this is part of the pressing. Sorry, I didn't realize. You say it was our client because the figure you witnessed was wearing her costume. Isn't that a bit simplistic?
It's only as simple and clear cut as a good piece of journalism should be.
Sure, it's simple, but I'd hardly call it clear cut.
That's why I chased her.
She keeps saying that it was Junie, but she didn't even actually see the body. Yeah, but Blackwell's assertion takes that into account. So even if I press her on never seeing the body, I won't be able to overturn this testimony. Well, whoever it was that was fleeing, Miriam never did see their face. So, I'm wondering why she thought it was Juniper. Try thinking along that line and see what you come up with. Yeah, why did you think it was Juniper? That's a good question. So, positive it was Juniper. So this is where we're going to have to present something. Alright, so anything that contradicts this. I'm going with this, maybe? Oh! Oh! There it is. It doesn't have all the constellations all over it. So it's not even her. Paint inside the costume was fluorescent paint. Draw a constellation on the outside and make small holes according to the pattern. In the dark, the painting will shine through. Son of a bitch. Well, it's already obvious. I totally forgot what the robe actually looked like. I remember it being blue, but I forgot about all the constellations. Alright, let's just go with that. It's the best thing I got right now.
Objection!
Bitch, please. That ain't even the robe she was supposed to be wearing. Miss Scuttlebutt's sole basis for identifying our client as the figure in this photo is the fact that it shows someone in Ms. Wood's stage costume.
Well, it is Juniper's costume, so that must be Juniper in it. It's clear cut.
No, that's where you're completely mistaken.
What?
This is a design drawing of our client's stage costume.
Oh my, what a wonderful creation. Constellations are extraordinary.
I'm glad you noticed, because those stars are precisely what's important here. In the drawing, there are constellations all over the outside of the costume. But there's not a single star on the costume in the photo.
Oh, then that means... what exactly?
Wow. Your Honor, there were no other blue costumes at the scene, which leads me to believe that the figure in the photo was wearing our client's costume inside out? It was AI generated. Oh, he's wearing it inside out. That's weird.
But why would Miss Woods make a mistake like that?
Well, it's not really a matter of why, but rather who made the mistake of putting it on inside out.
Wait, you're not suggesting...
That's right. I'm glad you're catching on. The costumes designer wouldn't put on her own costume on inside out.
Cook!
Huh. Sorry, Miss Scuttlebutt, but Miss Scuttlebutt, but doesn't believing you had a scoop when you really didn't make you a failure as a reporter.
A failure as a reporter?
Oh shit! Ah! We got to see her face for a second. Why, hello, Miss Scuttlebutt. So nice to meet the woman beneath the box.
You didn't see nothing.
Objection.
It's about time we seen her. I figured we get to see her face at least for a second, even.
Now, I would have you stop right there, Sykes Dono. For it is the why of the matter upon which I would have this court focus.
What do you mean?
Miss Juniper Woods.
Oh. All of a sudden, Juniper's here now.
Yes?
What were you doing on the morning of the mock trial?
I was in my dressing room, painting my costume in fluorescent paint.
Fluorescent paint?
My design drawing shows twinkling stars on the costume. I was gonna make the costume shimmer like that by painting the inside fluorescent.
What was that again? Fluoride? Did your costume have cavities?
Oh my god, this motherfucker. He knows what fluoride is, but he doesn't know what fluorescent means.
Not fluoride. Fluorescent, as in glowing. The paint would make it glow in the dark.
Yes. So you applied that to the inside of the costume, and then?
I let it dry for a while because I heard it takes a long time. So I put the costume on my mannequin inside out.
Inside out? So then... Okay.
This is a photograph of the inside-out costume taken in the dark.
Uh-huh.
As you can see there's a heavy layer of paint over the entire inside surface. If someone were to properly don this costume in this state, the wet paint would get all over their body.
Why, yes, I believe it would.
Indeed, ergo the costume was worn the way it was, not by anyone's mistake. But because this was the way it was on the mannequin, inside out.
Ah! Man, all these fucking details just getting added in to throw off all of my potential, contradictions. This always happens in these games. You're like, oh yeah, I got you. And then, no, there's a piece of evidence you don't know yet. Haha, wrong. Like, fuck you. I didn't know. You gotta give me all the evidence first, dick. Figures he would have a photo. Ugh. Did we just fall into his trap? Yeah, I bet Blackwell had it all planned out. Still, I think you should give this photo a nice long look. Oh, please don't. Please tell me you found something that doesn't add up. Check out the chest area. It kind of looks like handprints to me. Yeah, I was also trying to look at what the hell those are pictures of. Those are hand... Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, I see it now. It didn't look like a hand at first, but I guess I see like the palm and the thumb. Interesting. Hey, you're right. But Junie would know better than to touch it while the paint was still wet.
Objection.
I believe the term to describe your thought process is wishful thinking. After all, if master painters make mistakes, why not rank amateurs such as the accused?
Objection.
So basically, you're saying my claim requires evidence to back it up? Evidence? That shouldn't be a problem, right? After all, you've come this far. Just because I've come this far doesn't mean I've thought everything through, though. What? You mean you've just been bluffing? What did you expect me to do? I'm sick of losing to this guy. But you're right. There's only one thing left to do at this point. And that's to present some evidence. Pronto!
A showdown, is it? I gladly accept.
The fluorescent paint must have stuck to the hands of whoever touched the costume. And that paint should glow in the dark and glow in dark places. So I just need to carefully check every last piece of evidence. Okay. There's a piece of evidence that shows who touched the costume. There is?
There's a piece of evidence that shows who touched the costume. Wait, let me read this whole thing. Hold on. I haven't read the actual script of the thing. Anyway, a body with protruding arrow was found in the quad. The murder weapon was an awl. The arrow was inserted as a ruse. The actual murder scene was the art room where the traces of blood were found on the floor. The body was dropped from the third floor art room to the maintenance area below. A mat was laid out to cushion the fall. A ball cart from the storehouse was then used to move the body to the stage. The archery club's room has a good view of the quad. The body was moved to the quad to make it look like an archery club member had shot the victim with an arrow. Okay. All. Buy it with school festival funds. Gift from hardware store. Arrow. If I borrow one from the archery club, it could give away part of the script's plot. TBD. Sweatsuit. Victim's outfit will be a red one from the prosecutor course. Okay. So wait, her outfit was supposed to be... We don't have a picture of her actual death screen, do we? No. Anyway. I mean... The piece of evidence shows who touched the costume. I don't know if there's any blue fingerprints on anything particularly. But what I was thinking was it might just be the awl because it says it had Junie's fingerprints on it and they weren't blue. That's for damn sure. Unless I'm just being stupid. Anyway, what's up, Allegory? Welcome in. How you doing, dude? I'm being blind, apparently. Or maybe the arrow, because it doesn't have blood on it either? No, they were implying that they shot her with the arrow. Or no, they're not implying that they shot her with it. I lied. They stabbed her with the awl and then put that there. What the fuck am I talking about? It's either that or it has to be something that's glowing, right? It wouldn't be blue, it'd be glowing. Because it's, yeah, fluorescent. Okay, so it'd be something that's glowing or not glowing. But what piece of evidence shows that? Oh. Ha! Ha! I'm so stupid. I was looking for blue paint at first, and I didn't even look at that picture down there. But his hands are hella glowing. Oh my god. I was not even looking at that picture down there. I was busy looking at the picture on top. I don't know why, when that bottom picture is so obvious now. Holy shit. Dude's hands are glowing like a motherfucker. Alright. I was blind. Thank you. Anyway, you're doing okay, Allegory? You're recovering from a wild weekend? Mine was good. We took a trip to get Maro's tattoo colored in, although it's not finished. Her tattoo's looking pretty dope so far, though. And then we went and saw some wrestling. We also went to the movies on Friday, so that was fun. Oh, yeah. I recommend seeing Weapons if you haven't seen it. I mean, if you don't see it in theater, that's fine, but the movie Weapons, pretty good. Hilarious and horror, and it's a good horror movie, too. It's not even supposed to be a comedy, but holy shit, there was some funny stuff in that movie. You did see her tattoo? It looks awesome, right? Oh my god. Well, I'm sorry that I didn't even look at his hands. Honestly, my brain was still looking for blue. I don't know why when we just talked about how they put fluorescent paint. But anyway, let's just present this damn paper and show that it was... Wow. This is going to go... This case is going to be all over the place, isn't it? Because I don't think the kid did the kill either. I don't think the kid in the red did the kill, so this is going to be interesting.
Take that!
A school newspaper.
Interesting. Take a look at the photo where the lights are dimmed and the spotlight is on Ms. Woods. Observe Mr. Newman's hands in that photo as he stands at the prosecutor's bench. As you can see, it's glowing just like Ms. Woods' fluorescent paint.
It is glowing. Quite brightly, I might add.
But why would he put fluorescent paint on his hands for the mock trial, you may ask? The answer is he wouldn't, not on purpose. It got there when he put on the costume.
Oh, that means... What again?
Useless judge, dude, I swear. It means the figure photographed in the costume was not our client, Juniper Woods. It was her classmate, Robin Newman. Got him. It wasn't that I was blind about the bright light, Omega. I was stupid because I was looking for blue paint when I just frickin' went through the rigmarole of how it wasn't blue, it was fluorescent paint. And then my brain was still looking for blue paint for whatever reason. I really don't know why my brain switched back to blue. That was dumb. Anyway, to think you were actually able to prove that, that's crazy. Well, you never know what's going to happen next. That's the thrill of the courtroom. So then... Oh, look, here we go. Does that mean that Robin's our man? Nah, he didn't do it. If he did it, then he's going to have one of those villain turns where we see his real personality. I don't think he did it. Remember, she was the art club leader, and also he really looked up to her, right? So I don't think so. Well, that's certainly how it looks.
Huh, very well. Robin Newman it is. He is here in the gallery, I trust. Show yourself. I challenge you to a duel.
Oh boy. I guess Robin's up next.